I was a young teenager, my father had a massive stroke, and it left him disabled mentally and physically. So it took him out of my life, except for the drama that all that brought into it. It also took my mother out of my life because my father was always at the hospital, so my mother spent all her days in the hospital with him. Well, it left my brother and I home alone to raise ourselves. My brother disappeared into schoolwork. To save his sanity, I went to the streets and almost lost mine. Of course, I started doing drugs. Then I started selling drugs so I could afford to do drugs. Then my mother came home from the hospital. She didn't recognize me anymore because I had become a horrific person that did terrible things. I destroyed many lives and many people. So she sold the house and told me she hoped I didn't end up in prison. I was full of hate, bitterness, anger. I hated the world, I hated everybody in it, but most especially I hated God because I blamed Him for my life. My wife, after a few years of marriage, wanted us to start attending church together. I went to make her happy. I didn't go to worship, I didn't go to learn, I didn't go to hear. After sitting there for a while, through many Sundays, God did something amazing in my life. He opened up my ears so I could start hearing. He opened up my mind so I could understand. And then, one night, I had an encounter with Jesus, and He opened up my heart, and I finally felt loved. He shared with me through His Word that despite the mean person I had become, the wicked person I had become, all the horrible things I had done in my life, despite that, despite all the hate I had, especially for Him, that He still loved me. That changed me completely from that day forward. He started showing me the people around me that were like I used to be, and He gave me a love for them. So I started reaching out to them. I started sharing His love with people that I worked with, that were in construction, that felt like nobody cared about them, that felt like they had no hope. Ended up doing jail ministry. I did jail ministry at Seymore County Jail for over 15 years, and I would go and stand in front of the inmates, deliver God's Word to them, and share God's love with them. I was able to show how God changed my life to them and how it was possible that He could change theirs. These are people that feel unloved, feel discarded by society, just like I used to, and God showed me how to love them.